Hey everybody, this is Liz.
And this is DeRosa.
Matt is taking off a week, which is a good thing.
There you go.
And we're going to be answering a Mentorship Monday question for all of you. Andressa and I are partners, and we're also the hosts of the
Real Estate Investor Podcast.
So if you are a woman watching this, or you could be a man watching this,
of course.
But let all the women in your life know about our podcast, and we interview really inspiring women, and we have a really fantastic investor community that we're building. So I will put the link below just to learn a little more about what we're up to and join the community. But why we're here today is to answer some Mentorship Monday questions for our great YouTube channel. So the question comes from a gentleman named Ryan. He's 20 years old. He's looking at buying a real estate within the next year. And this is a great question because I think a lot of newbies could be struggling with this. But he said, I've been reading multiple books on real estate and I'm attending seminars. What type of real estate do you suggest investing in for someone as new as I am, looking to basically get their first transaction under their belt? I think the first deal is always the hardest, right?
Absolutely.
And you want to do the right thing, right? Especially if you're somebody who's conscientious. So he said, for example, flipping, renting, wholesaling. I think before you answer that question, I can't say you have to flip your first property or buy a rental for your first property. It has a lot to do with your goals, okay? And it also has to do with two very important aspects, your time and money. So in other words, do you have a lot of time? Because if you have a lot of time, you might be able to, manage some of these projects with some help. If you don't have a lot of time, that might dictate what you can do.
Absolutely.
And what you can't do. I've seen people successfully part-time flip, rent, and wholesale. I've seen people do it full-time. So it's you can do it one way or the other, but you have to look at your goals. You have to look at the time that you have access to yourself. And you also have to look at what your ultimate goal is. Do you want to replace your income with passive income? Well, flipping property will not necessarily get you there because flipping will give you a chunk of money.
Absolutely.
Renting will give you positive, passive income. But it takes time. You can't do one rental and be like, I'm free, financially free. It's not going to work that way.
Absolutely.
So I don't know, what would you add to that?
I completely agree with you. Sometimes you talk about what's your why. Exactly what Liz is saying. What's your what? What do you need right now? Do you need chunks of cash or do you need cash flow? What is your time? How much time do you have available? Flipping does require that you are at the job site as often as you can, especially on your first deal, to make sure things are moving forward. So at the end of the day, if you are still working full-time, I will recommend you to have a plan, a transition plan, where you start getting used to working the hours, putting up the hours. So look also at your skills. What can you bring to the table? And have partnerships with other people so you can leverage your time, your skills, and your funding.
Yeah. I always talk about lowest hanging fruit.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is maybe your uncle is a contractor and he's flipped a few properties before. Well, maybe flipping makes sense because you have someone at your fingertips who can help you mitigate the risk. It's all about mitigating risk in this business. So, or you have, your best friend who just bought a duplex and he went through the process or she went through the process. So that might help you do it a little easier without as many mistakes, whatever it might be. So I think that's another aspect of trying to figure this path out. But I would love to hear from you what you ended up doing and then what the next steps are.
Yeah,
so just take action. Either way, take action. That's most important. So again, Liz and
Andressa.
And if you have any questions, please email helpme@DeRosaGroup.com. And definitely for the ladies in your life, check out our great community that we're building, therealestateinvestor.com.
All right, see you there. Bye.